We'll have to be patient with this, but yeah, look at GJ dropping already. GJ already made such a big move though. Broke the lows on this 1 hour and just filled down into this range perfect. Just tapped straight into it.
That's why I'm a little hesitant for sells on it, just because it dropped crazy already.
Yeah, I'm more interested in gold, but here's the thing. I will not switch my bias on gold. I don't think I want to buy this today. I don't think I like the buys because just looking at it, the buys would be above this 1 hour here, but there's just so much noise to run into going up. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like that. The 30-minute, like the 30-minute break above this looks a little better, but still I don't think I like it.
I also like the sells on it because there's that fake out to the top upside right there on the 30-minute.
Yeah, anytime I see a big momentum push, and then price wants to run up, a lot of times, it can work on these like wick fills on the 30-minute 1 hour, but a lot of times it's choppy to the upside when you run against it like this. And then you might pump a little bit into the zone, then price sucks back in, and then we'll end up making the move that you anticipated, like, 30 minutes later. So it's better just to wait. I'm interested in the sells below this wick here. Like I said, 1781, probably like point 40, and then to fill back down into this 30-minute range here. Should be about almost 20 pips. So we're just gonna have to be patient here and wait on this to set up. Dang, it's all rainy here today.
Yep.
It making me want to just made me want to just stay in bed all day.
Looks like it wants to come down now. Let's see.
Yeah, this push up will be a nice wick on the 1 hour. We might even break a little higher with it and then come down. I wouldn't even be mad to see this take like to close with more rejection here and then to end up maybe breaking like this support here and then the next one breaking it. So maybe if it created a higher wick and this 715 or this 715 candle will break this kind of support here and close below it, then the next one create a top wick and break. That would be nice looking.
Yeah.
Because I don't like taking these ones that clean a whole range then break out. If that happens, I'll let it create a 1 minute low in this range, and then I'll let it break that 1 minute low before I trade it. If this one candle were to shoot down. We're just gonna have to be patient here today. Let's see. There should be nothing with the news today. Yeah, nothing for New Zealand dollar later today. We got some pound news 6 a.m. Thursday. Then we got NFP, unemployment rate for CAD Friday too. What do you think? You want to just kind of stalk gold today and then leave GJ alone since it already made a move?
Yeah. That was just a nasty drop already. I just don't want to take that. Could definitely see it going down a little more, but
You know, it wouldn't be bad on GJ as well as if this 15-minute close bearish and broke this support here, and then the next one pulled up and broke, that would be actually pretty nice, probably.
yeah.
We got to give gold a little bit of time though. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Ooh, gold's moving a little bit, huh?
Yeah, it was. Now it's pulled back a little.
See, I really want to see this 15-minute just crack the support here and close below it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to want to wait for this 15 minute to close.
Yeah, if this thing pushes down without us today, right now, I'm not trading it. I want to see this 15-minute close and trade the next one.
It's only 4 minutes left. So
Yeah. Well, I'm waiting on it. All right, I'm back. Dang, this thing still ain't moving.
Flew up.
Oh, GJ just broke it and filled our range. You see that? Wow. Man, that was clean too. 2 candles. That would have been a 2-minute trade. You didn't look at it all?
No, I wasn't watching. I was looking at gold.
Wow. Dude, I feel like gold is
I
just
took that trade, Tanner.
do what?
I took that trade, GJ.
Oh, did you?
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. You already
Yes,
in and out?
thank you. Yeah, I'm in and out very quick.
There you go. Good
And I
stuff.
think I've got, let me see how many pips I've got. Thank you, though. Let me see here. On my MT4. So I entered at 151.488 and I got out at 151.278. What does that turn out to be? 20 some pips? 21 pips?
Yeah, that's good.
21, I think.
Yeah. That's what you just said, earlier. Around 20 pips.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Just like that.
Just like
Made,
that.
made a little bit of money today. Not bad.
Scamming people.
Yeah. Another day, another scam, another person making money. Imagine that. We'll have to see what gold does here, but
Yeah.
one thing I'm seeing here is this thing just keeps wicking off of it. 1781.70. This thing, if it breaks up, I do not want to buy it. I'm not going to. So look, we're either going to get our break on gold down here that we want, or gold's going to push up today without us and probably fill up into this 1 hour and 30-minute wick, and we won't trade it. So
You still gonna wait for a 1-minute low to be broken, or
I don't know. We're gonna have to see how it's moving when it gets towards the low here. Dang, look at GJ, bro.
it's melting?
Yep. So the next stop would be probably somewhere down here. It's 4-hour lows. There's no 15-minute wick though on the top, so I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing pull back. Oh, there's the top wick on the 15-minute.
Gold's kind of dropping. See if it will actually come down this time. Just stuck in this range.
Yeah. Oh, just give it time. Gold, it's gonna pop one way or the other today. Thing, this was a nice, well, not that I would have taken it, but 640 above these highs. This was a nice move to the upside.
Mm-hmm.
See, for example, on this though, you see how the 1 minute popped in here. And the next one creates a bottom wick and breaks that high. I wouldn't want it that deep in there though if I were going to take that. And silver had a nice rally yesterday too. Holds on to its gains so much better than gold.
Wonder if we should almost wait for a close beneath the bodies of those candles, since there's all those wicks down there.
See, like now, just technically speaking, this breaking the highs here, this thing could rip up here. But again, I'm not willing to take the buys on this. So I don't like all the noise here that comes with the buys. Too much noise here.
GJ's breaking the lows again.
Is it? Yeah. You know, today just might be, we just might not get a trade today. That's all there is to it. It'll be like that some days. I have to see what gold does here, but see now, if we were trading gold on this buy, we would have to just sit here and really consider closing this trade at, if we didn't already put it at break even when it was up 7 pips, because what you don't want is this candle to close back into this range and then collapse on you. And then you're sitting there and drawdown or your stop loss is hit. So not trading the buys on gold today was a good call. So far anyways.
It would be nice if we could get a solid 15-minute bearish close on gold with the
I know, especially with that wick there.
Yeah.
This one could drop and close below this support down here.
I do think it's gonna sell off.
Well, here's the thing. Remember last week we had a bias on a sell for gold and we had an area that we wanted it at. And then it didn't happen. And this same kind of similar setup happened and we took a buy instead and ended up taking a loss on it. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me to see this candle close down here either. But just so everyone on here knows, we just take breakouts. Like everything that's in the middle of a range, like we don't trade any of this. We don't trade pullbacks, nothing like that. We just look for structure to line up in our favor, and then we just play the breakouts into clean levels. So we don't actually care what happens in any of this at all. Yeah, if it breaks those 1 minute highs on this though, Caleb, it's probably going to make a nice move to the upside. So without us.
all right.
Just need price to melt back into this. Dang, is there no top wick on the daily?
Nope.
Is there one on your broker?
You see. I don't
There
have
is-
one.
Oh, wow. That downside's limited then, huh?
I've got one on.
Oh, you have one
Ebro.
on yours? All right. Never mind.
It's not like huge, but there's definitely a wick there.
See, the reason that I don't like the buy on this, for you guys wondering, is because since yesterday, we have literally just dropped on gold. So price has just been trending down here. And I know better than to try to fight that momentum, because then these trades they're kind of crappy. Like, look, now it might be taken off, right? So we would have either put it to break even on the breakout and got hit at break even, close maybe even a small loss on gold. I mean, who knows how we would have managed it, hindsight, but you would have had to deal with just a bunch of noise before it's actually going to make its move to the upside. So yeah, that 1 minute broke the highs and it's already 6 pips there.
GJ still melting.
Dang. Yeah, GJ might be pushing this whole range here. The break was kind of choppy here too as well, though. Yeah, we're probably not going to have a trade here today. That's all there's to it. GJ would be coming up on a 10 pip target from the break, though. Gold hit its 10 pips. You see this though, Caleb, how gold will make that impulse into a range and then it'll chop, and that next 1 minute break of that high will feed you on that next breakout candle.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that a lot about gold. Yeah, there's nothing we can really do with this 30 minute. I mean, this 30 minutes going to close here in 3 minutes. And if it closes bullish up on this and that next one has a pullback, that break on this 30 minute is going to rip, isn't it?
Probably. Might have to sit on our hands today.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I'd much rather watch something than take a loss.
Yeah, no trades to be forced here. Yeah, S&P's having a meltdown, the VIX pushing up.
Tanner.
Yeah,
Hi, it's Jennifer. How are you?
good. How are you?
Good. I want to run a scenario by you on gold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I mean, looking at the 15-minute, 30-minute, I mean, all that stuff. I mean, if you drill down to the 1 minute, because you're in and out so quick, I feel like I would have to flip to my 1 minute to keep my visual on as well as everything going on in my head. But when I look at, I actually have on my chart, and I know you don't like a lot of indicators, but what's helped me in my learning is that I have the EMAs on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so at 8:17 at the 1 minute, I get a crossover on the EMAs. And then that tells me in my brain that, and from a risk standpoint, the 8:17 candle, it goes from red to blue, obviously. So we're going to be going up because my indicator of my average is blue going up. So from 8:17, I could have bought at 1783, like 046, and ran it to 824, and it would have gone to almost 1780, almost 1786.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I mean,
mean,
is that the right thinking or not?
I mean, there is. I know people who've used EMAs or that do use EMAs, and they can do it, successfully or this and that. It's not my thing, and again, like buying in a range isn't really my thing either. So when you're down here at like 1783 or something, and you're buying the pullback, I would just rather wait for my breakout areas. But yeah, I mean, if that is why you're buying it and you see a nice support and you've got a crossover and all these things lining up, like what if you see that happen, then take note of it, and then the next time it happens, just execute on it, and then just keep taking notes on things like that. But yeah, personally, I don't know. I've never been an EMA trader. I don't use them. Again, I know people who do or who have that did well with it, and yeah, I mean, your thought about it isn't wrong, but
Okay.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely, if that's something that you want to look at, then you just got to take notes on those kind of things, and just trade them again and test it out when it actually gets there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I would suggest. Hmm.
But I mean, the EMA indicator is going to be something that's never wrong, right?
Uh, well, what do you
I
mean
mean, it
by never
moves,
wrong?
but it's always right in the regards of the average at the current time.
Yeah, it's always going to be the average of them. But if you were to take every crossover, you're not probably going to be profitable. Just combining
Right.
the
Oh, no. Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
I used to mess with EMAs and crossovers, and I personally didn't like them. It just didn't really work for me. But I mean, if you like them and if you've found that it works good for how you'd like to trade, then definitely stick with it. That's the thing about trading. It's kind of finding your own niche and just playing off of it.
Yep.
A lot of people will use those for entries, though, I've seen.
Dude, this only because I just came in here not wanting to buy. I don't want to take a buy on gold, but if it breaks those 1 minute highs again, it's probably gonna rip again.
Yeah.
Because this is a new 30-minute. Like, look at the 30-minute. Big support built, big bullish candle, broke up into that range. Now it's testing those waters with that 1 minute high. You know what I was telling you about yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Every time it does that, and then it makes a nice pullback off of those 1 minute highs, it next time it pops through there, it just freaking rips, dude. just running into some noise here on the 1 hour though as well. This wick fill up here, that would make sense. Nah, we haven't taken any trades today. Typically, we would already be in a gold trade probably by now, but we had the GJ idea of underneath this 15-minute wick to sell it, but we wanted something more specific to happen. We wanted a 15-minute candle to close below the support, then the next one to pull back and break it. That didn't happen. And then on gold, we figured that if it broke this high here, it was going to rip into this range, and it did, but we're just going to be patient here with gold today.
It's kind of a big area right here where that big tapped into, because that's kind of where the previous fake out happened. So if this can hold, we could maybe see some downside still later in the morning possibly, but if it breaks up, it's probably just going to go up more.
But yeah, that one, this 1 hour wick up here would make sense, but the timing of everything today is just not on our side. Because then I would want to say, like, okay, if we're going to break above this wick, then I want to see this 15-minute candle close above all this resistance here. And then the next one to pull back and break that. That would be an idea you could execute on, but it's just too noisy right now. The timing's just not in our favor.
Looks like it wants to close to 1788.89.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll only take this trade if this 15-minute candle closes above this resistance. And then, like I said, the next one pulls back and breaks the high, I'll take it. But outside of that, I'll just sit on my hands today because I already had a bias and I don't want to just chase price and be impatient, just because I want to trade. So I'm all right with not catching anything today if I have to. Now, you know what, Caleb, we're getting so close to the 4-hour open too. So that's another significant thing. Every 4-hour candle on the open is pretty significant, right? So what I'm thinking is maybe we'll see gold be a 1 hour, like we'll have another 1 hour wick rejection up here, and we'll start to see this thing trickle back to the downside. And at the 4 o'clock, the next 4-hour candle, we'll see this drop in between now and then that 4-hour candle will pull up to create a top wick and break the previous 4-hour low and have its melt off. If this thing breaks up and rips without us today, then that's it. We won't trade it. But if the timing with 4-hour candles and everything else trickles back down and we get the setup, I'm down to take it. Just can't rush into nothing. Have to be patient. Dang, GJ's about to head out again.
Hmm.
Dude, look at gold's daily compared to silver's.
Yeah.
Silver holds on to its gains so nice. Well, it has been anyways. Typically it moves percentage more than gold on both the pullbacks and when it breaks out. See, now when silver on the weekly gets like it did last time on the breakout before this, that that I posted before, when these weekly candles start to creep towards this high and close up towards it, dude, it's probably gonna break out again hard. 35 bucks, the next spot it's gonna go. I posted this update in my Telegram yesterday. Dang, look at GJ going. It's
Dang.
crazy. But I posted this update in my Telegram yesterday.
Boom.
What's that? And I thought somebody was saying something. And oh, some people were having a meltdown about it, talking about silver should be $5,000 an ounce, this and that. It's like, I just like to track the intraday price action. People do realize that it has to go past 35 bucks to get to anywhere else, right? So it doesn't make any sense. Some people are so impatient about things. I don't get it.
Tanner, you want to quickly run through the gold buy again?
There's no gold buy for me.
No
I
gold
won't.
buy? Okay.
Nah, no gold buy. I've said it a few times. I don't want. Oh, I know what you're talking about. When I was talking about the 5 minute, 15 minute.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, I mean,
hesitant, but you're saying there's one thing you might consider.
yeah, maybe if this, we'll have to see. Maybe if this 15 minute, because look, this 15 minute closed nice and bullish, right? And if this 15 minute is going to sit here in range and fail to break out by 7:45, then all we've done is just sit and consolidate on a lower time frame. And this 15 minute is going to close above all of these, all this resistance, right? So then if the next 15 minute were to pull back and break the high, that could be something I might be interested in. We'll see here in 3 minutes. So if we can get this to sit for the next 2 minutes and not break out of this, but or like let's say the last 15 seconds of that candle closes bullish up on this, I think we could get a pullback on that next 15, a break and price to make a nice impulse to the upside. So we'll just have to see here. Dang, GJ hit that other target. You see that?
Crazy.
You know, it's gonna be funny today is if gold just breaks its high and just rips through this range right without us.
No wick.
Because look, Caleb, here's what we could see here is that, you know, yeah, everything was selling off yesterday, but you know, we've got to pay attention. Overall, we've got everything is bullish higher time frame. And maybe what we've seen here on the 15-minute was this price dipped into this range. It did not want to stay in there. So we just kept wicking off of it. We wicked through it, wicked off. Like these lower time frames are just higher lows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this candle is going to close here like this. And this 15-minute candle opens in 10 seconds. If this next 15-minute candle will pull back to create a bottom wick and break this high, I'm probably going to execute on this buy. Never mind. Bro, nothing is working out for us today. It's hilarious.
If it can make a bottom wick and then break its own, I think it can still continue.
Yeah, it could.
Bro, as soon as you finished, you barely even got the words out of your mouth and it opened and way over.
Dude, it's funny. Again, it's just a testing the patience today. That's it. That's all it is. That's so stupid. Yeah. I mean, look, not every day will I get a trade and not every day will it be perfect. So
This bottom wick significant or now, or is it just too much going on?
I'm done with it. I'm done jacking with it. I'll watch it, but for anyone wondering about the bottom wick, like the reason it's significant is because see how it just shot straight up into this range with only a top wick? The probability of it making a lower wick as well it's pretty high. So if you just try to take a breakout like that with no bottom wick, it's probably going to just suck right back in that range like it did. That's why we look for something to wick the opposite direction, then break in our favor. Because you go look at like every other candle, just about every other candle has wicks on both sides. So you want that in your favor too. Oh, this thing's going to take off. Man, typically we already have our trade and we're done. It's happened so fast for us lately.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna sit on my hands today.
Not a bad idea.
Kids are waking up, man. I'm out of here.
All right, bro. We'll catch you tomorrow. Hopefully
Thanks,
we get
guys.
a cleaner market tomorrow.
Yeah, learn something every day, no matter what,
Patience is it today.
for sure.
All right, 10. I'm about to leave too. I'll see
All
you
right, bro.
tomorrow. Peace.
You know, Caleb, even just imagine how many times we would have tried to take this, like just the old us. You know what I mean? Just straight up gambled on it. Probably would have been like 5 trades deep already today.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, since our bias was sells and like if yeah, look on the 1 minute there, like it's just been sitting right there around that where our
Yeah.
entry would be. Like I like them just to hit the volume and run with it and not to mess around.
Yeah, the volume is going to kick in late today. I wouldn't be surprised to see this range filled back to 1788.63, but I don't want to be a part of it. These sells are literally so clean. You know, it would be funny if gold just collapsed from here and then that 4-hour open gave us that wick up, broke the lows, and gave us our sells. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I've seen it happen a lot. But this is why I don't like to fight against that counter trend trade, because you see how everything's just so hesitant to do anything. It just will not, nothing will break on it. So it's better just to sit and wait instead of taking those.
Where I thought about putting my entry, if I would have entered, I would have hit stop loss already. So I'm glad I didn't.
See, what I would have done is if this 15-minute would have pulled back and then broke the high, I bet it could have taken off from there. But it just shot straight into it with no bottom wick. So it just kind of ruins the trade setup for me.
Yeah.
So I'm all right. I'd rather just sit here on my hands than take a loss.
Look at GJ again.
I know, it's just melting, bro. Every time it breaks its previous low, it just falls.
My God, it's crazy.
See now, who was it? Jennifer was asking yesterday how to capitalize on a bigger trade. See, our original thought was to sell GJ underneath this wick. And here's another one of those ideas that if you were to set this thing to break even with the runners, like next thing you know, there's almost 40 pips. You see what I mean?
Right.
So you just let it go in good volume times to like 8 or like, because 8 o'clock, you know, there's going to be the new 4-hour open, which is most likely going to wick the opposite direction or wick one direction than the other. So you know that happens at 8 o'clock. Well, 8 o'clock. And if you know that's going to happen, well, you might say, well, when we approach a target by this time of the new 4-hour open and price has already moved a lot, I might just close that trade out, right? So just kind of an idea, another trade, because gold yesterday, you know, was ripping too. And that was another good example for you. But yeah, GJ's a good example of it. Now, 90% of the time, you'll get hit break even. But those other times that it runs, you know, you'll get some nice runners. Dude, this thing is stalling out so hard up here right now.
I know. There it goes, maybe.
Doing it without us.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah. Love to see it.
Wasn't really a big move at all though, too. So
It's too choppy for us. Way too choppy.
our good gold trades go usually 20, 30 pips, not just 8. So I'm fine with being out of this.
Yeah, we'll probably have some good volume tomorrow and Friday too. Just get some quality trade ideas there.
Tomorrow's only Wednesday.
Oh crap. I was thinking tomorrow was Thursday.
Hey, Tanner,
Yep,
do you
yep.
mind taking a look at the 5 minute on gold? Just,
Ooh, new 5-minute open. Yeah, I mean, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I'm not trading anything. I don't even have a brokerage account open. I'm still learning. I'm just curious when I flip the screen. I'm like, that looks like some good momentum on the 5, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's even then it's still chopped up here. The break of this 5-minute high wouldn't have been a bad execution after you had a nice break into this zone.
hmm
Look, there was ways I could have forced trades on gold today, but that's just it. I've got to force them to trade it. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
But yeah, the 5-minute, I mean, the break into the zone, then a wick down and a break of the high, good execution for buys. That would have made perfect sense there. So yeah, I mean the 5-minute had opportunity as well. I can really just see the same information on like even the 1 minute, the 15, even the 30 sometimes. But yeah, I mean the idea that I had about this 15-minute breaking the resistance, then this one breaking the high, I just once it shot up with no bottom wick, I just didn't want to be a part of it. So yeah, there's gonna be some days when I think of how I want the market to set up and it doesn't do it that way.
Mhm.
I will gladly sit out because look, I've forced things like this before, especially counter trend where, and I say counter trend, yes, I know the overall direction of gold, but when I see the recent momentum to the downside and I have an original bias of sells in the morning, then I flip my bias because I guess you could say I'm wrong about it or whatever. I typically will take a loss in that direction. And probably had I had taken something on gold here today, on the break of that 15-minute high, even after it made its bottom wick, I probably would have seen a loss today. So I'm thankful that, again, I have good patience to miss a
Mhm.
day of trading or miss a trade. And again, I probably could have forced that last 1-minute break to make the money back and then some, but it's just that I don't want to force anything.
Yeah. So when you say on the 15-minute, the candle opened without a wick, do you mean when it first started, it had no wick, or right
Yes.
now?
Yeah. So look, remember when this candle opened up
Yeah.
right here?
Uh-huh.
This 7:30 candle closed and the 7:45 candle opened. As soon as it opened, it literally just shot straight up into the range. So there was
Okay.
no bottom wick on it. And then it later created a bottom wick, went and
Gotcha.
broke its own high again, and then took off. But
Okay.
that's why, like, I want the timing of everything to be perfect. So, like, had that thing shot down and created a bottom wick, then broke the previous candle's high, that's like textbook execution for the buys.
Gotcha.
I think I'm gonna head off for the day. Be back tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm as well just not going to sit in front of here. Look, GJ made our move. We talked about ideas on gold. I don't like gold buys today, and I'm happy I didn't because the volume sucked there. So, yeah, I think I'm probably done as well today. We've been on here for an hour. There's no point in just sitting on here, and then a trade's going to get forced. So, yeah, that's probably good patience again today. I think we've only had like one of these days where we didn't trade. This is the second one. So come back tomorrow, do the same thing, and probably catch a nice trade tomorrow. Notice that oil's on my watch list. if I have a second, can I share my thoughts on fundamental levels? Yeah, so I had said in the beginning of the year that I was actually bullish on oil, and I still am to $100 a barrel this year probably. But just technically, we had this huge rally off of the negative oil prices last year, and right now what I was looking at, I kind of figured this would happen where we would just peak above these highs here, and then price would settle back down. But once we make a run at those highs again and break the highs on oil, you're probably going to see a nice clean daily move like to 776. And then out of the 76 break, you're probably going to see this same move here where price peaked the highs and then had a big sell off and it's having another run at the highs. That same thing will probably happen here. And then there's clean range back to $100 a barrel up there. So you're probably going to see a nice big move up on this. And then we've got, like, just as far as fundamentals go, there's some things with other countries heating up, and what comes with wars, oil, and Biden's going to make it harder on oil creation, which isn't going to help keep the prices low. So you have that to think about as well. Just technically though, just super bullish on oil on the daily too. You just think about, like, as well, any other commodity across the board, just everything's just so bullish right now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't anticipate any change. Sure, you're gonna have these pullbacks, but every market has pullbacks. Can you weather it, and then can you stack positions in the correct spots to, make money off of it? But yeah, I've been saying it for months. I'm bullish on it. But anything else from anyone? Anyone at all? It's going to be no trade for me today. Patience, sit on my hands, wait for the quality setups, then execute when they're there. Not going to catch a trade every day. Well, if there's no questions from anyone, then I'm going to go ahead and end this, and I'll be back tomorrow around the same time. So I'll catch everybody tomorrow.